ABC 24 News starts right now with breaking news.
Well, right now at 5 p.m., an update on everything we know on that shooting at Cummings K-8 school. That shooting happened at 9:15 this morning in a stairwell at the school. A 13-year-old was shot and transported to Le Bonheur Children's Hospital at that time in critical condition. Well, this afternoon, that child's condition was upgraded to serious. He was taken into surgery, and doctors say he will make a full recovery. The shooter, who is also a student at the school, is in custody after turning himself in. Before that, he was seen fleeing the school in an unknown vehicle. That child will be charged with attempted first-degree murder later tonight. Now, right now, we are gathering information on what led to the shooting. SES leaders say Cummings Elementary will be open for classes tomorrow. We'll keep you updated on air and online at abc24.com with the latest as we get it. Well, as you can imagine, terrifying moments for students, teachers, and parents at Cummings K-8 this morning, and lots of questions left to be answered. MPD and SCS leaders just wrapped up a press conference on this matter. Our Brad Broders was there and begins our live team coverage outside Metropolitan Baptist Church in South Memphis. Brad?
Well, Rudy, what a lot of parents and students are probably wondering tonight at Cummings, according to Superintendent Dr. Joris Ray of Shelby County Schools, again, Cummings K-8 Optional School will be open tomorrow for classes with additional counseling and additional security measures just in case. An investigation is now underway to find out how that student got that gun into the school building in the first place, also how that child was able to access a gun also in the first place. Now, this is video from that shooting scene shortly after it happened this morning at Cummings School, which is Arndt Walker, just outside Lemoyne Owen College in South Memphis. Memphis police said the student shot his fellow student in a stairwell inside Cummings, but there were no other students present, according to authorities. Dr. Ray said he's thankful the Cummings student is expected to recover, but still showed his frustration that this Shelby County school became the latest in this country to deal with gun violence within its walls. Memphis Police Assistant Police Chief Don Crow said he expects that student who fired at his fellow student and hit him will be officially charged tonight with attempted first-degree murder and be placed in the juvenile justice system. Dr. Ray said the school and all of the district's middle and high schools recently did an active shooter training drill earlier this month. Now, again, Rudy, it's not clear how that gun made it into the school. We were just told a couple of minutes ago that at this school and at all SCS middle and high schools, there are searches, metal detector searches in bags. We're still waiting to get more details, more specifics of how often that happened and how that student did not get searched of a gun himself earlier today. Now, earlier this afternoon, I also spoke with a longtime social worker within SCS. She told me in her 28-year career here in this district, she cannot remember such a dramatic, traumatic inside the school during school hours shooting at any SCS school that she could remember in her nearly 3 decades of experience. It really just shows you how unprecedented this morning was and how terrifying that was for parents and students for several minutes until they arrived here at this church, which became a staging center. Reporting live in South Memphis, I'm Brad Broders reporting.
Thankfully, something we have not seen in quite a while. All right, thanks a lot, Brad. We will check in with Brad later in the newscast. Meantime, students were quickly moved to safety. They were put on buses and taken a few blocks away to Metropolitan Baptist Church to wait for family members to pick them up. Jenny DePrizio has that story.
It's quiet here now, but 6 hours ago, the church stairs were filled with parents waiting to be reunited with their children. Anxious parents waited in the rain for more than an hour on the steps of the church, desperate to make sure their children were safe. Parents say they were given several sets of instructions, and it was frustrating waiting for information. Adding to the frustration, they had to show an ID to pick up their children, something many parents didn't bring with them.
They've had us going back and forth from the back to the front. They're telling us one thing and then 5 minutes later telling us something else. We've been standing out here for almost an hour now, and none of us have gotten our kids. We don't know what's going on.
I'm very happy to have my grandbabies. I wish the safety for all of the children. I'm sorry that this even happened. It's just the type of world that we live in, and I pray for everyone.
School board members say if it seemed like this was a chaotic situation, well, it was. But the truth is that the district's emergency plan in this case worked. In South Memphis, I'm Jenny DePrizio.
And the parents are safely reunited with their kids. Our team coverage continues at Le Bonheur's Children's Hospital, where the victim is expected to make a full recovery tonight. Brittany Moncrief is there with an update on how the victim is doing right now. Brittany?
That's right, Rudy. We are told that the victim, the 13-year-old boy, is expected to recover, make a well recovery. Earlier today, when we arrived at the hospital, we know that the 13-year-old victim was taken to Le Bonheur's Children's Hospital in critical condition. And while there, he underwent surgery. There were many police vehicles parked outside, waiting outside the emergency entrance. We saw at least 4 at the time. And throughout the day, those vehicles started to leave. And we noticed that as more people started to leave, we spoke to someone who came out of the emergency room and told us that things were starting to die down on the inside as well. So again, the victim is expected to make a full recovery. And earlier, just a few moments ago, when there was a press conference, and Shelby County Schools Superintendent Dr. Joris Ray mentioned how this needs to stop. The gun violence needs to stop. And he also stated how grateful and lucky we are that the victim is recovering.
We should be talking about our academic agenda, not guns. And we're just so fortunate that the young man is recovering. We're very fortunate. Very fortunate. Because it could have been a different headline.
And that's the sad reality that we all have to face. We are thankful and blessed that that young man is recovering. And also, Le Bonheur Hospital said that already this year they've treated more than 100 children with gunshot wounds, which is well on the path and the pace of last year's, which ended up being 135. Reporting live in the medical district, I'm Brittany Moncrief.
All right, Brittany, thanks a lot. And several community leaders are weighing in on this awful incident today. Shelby County Mayor Lee Harris had this to say. Today, a child has been critically injured from a gunshot wound while in school. We pray for the victim of this most recent shooting and all the young people who face this unthinkable trauma. We also pray for the wisdom and courage needed to begin to curb gun violence. And Senator Ramesh Akbari says, I am grateful for the fast-acting school staff members and first responders who work to keep our children safe today, and we are praying for this child to make a full recovery. The shooting at Cummings Elementary School is just so gut-wrenching. It appears a child who should have never had access to a firearm has shot another child. Preventable gun violence like this traumatizes every student, teacher, and staff member in the school family. As a community, we must say never again. And the Memphis City Council commented, we are devastated to hear about the events at Cummings Elementary School. Our thoughts and prayers are with all the students, faculty, and the parents. And we are here with you and for you. We'll keep you updated on this shooting, both on air and online. You can download our ABC 24 app for push alerts. It's free in your app store.